And I never lost consciousness. So as I'm flying through the air, I see myself. I leave my body, and then I'm seeing myself, and the truck. I could see the pickup truck, but I'm no longer in my body, and I'm having this vision from above, looking down at my body. And then everything kind of fades to this beautiful, warm, bright white, kind of like being inside a cloud, I guess, is how I guess I would imagine it. But it's not foggy in there. It's very clear, but it's just a very nice, soft, loving white around you. And to my right, about 6 feet away, there's what I perceived was an angel, and she was just floating there. And we're talking and we're having this conversation, but it's not with our mouths. We're having a conversation with our thoughts. And the thoughts are very, they're pretty quick, and they're honest, and they contain emotion. They color, everything that you would try to express with your words. She and I were expressing with just our thoughts. And she advised me, let's turn and look. Let's look at this. So she turned and looked. So I turned and looked with her. And to my right, I started seeing these images coming in, and they were very, very vivid. Pictures of my, like, live movies with smell and emotion, and I literally was back in this particular specific moment of my life. And it started with what I remember was Christmas with my mom and dad and my brother and sister, and I'm in this movie, and I'm smiling. I could smell the pine, the tree, and I could just, it was like I was completely re-experiencing. And then these continued on, and then it was a later part of my life, and I'm playing hockey with all my neighbors on this rink. It was a frozen pond behind our house, and all the neighbors are there, and we're having fun and we're laughing. And again, it's like I'm re-experiencing this. It's so vivid. And these movies continue on, and they did, up until the present moment, where I am with with the impact, and I'm flying out of my body, and then the movie stops, and that's where it ended. And I turned to her, and she said, "No, hold on, wait a minute, there's more." So I turned back, and then I see a little boy and a woman playing baseball up on this ridge. To jump ahead, I ended up living on that ranch, and I ended up marrying that woman, and that little boy is my son. So the next thing I know, I'm back in my body, and I realize that I'm flying through the air. So I put my hands behind me, because I was a stunt man, and I knew that if I didn't, then I would crack my head open when I hit the pavement. So I did, and I ended up fracturing both my wrists, and my hands are still pretty messed up to today, and I've had quite a few surgeries on them. But and I do apologize for that emotion, but it's just that part of the story that